Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and good afternoon. We are here with the 14U Pony South Zone Championship ball game between Palmview 1 and NASA Orange. It's for a chance to head to the Pony World Series out in Washington, PA. That's where the winner of this ball game will go. NASA Orange successfully defeating Palmview 2 by a score of 3-0. John Brooks, the pitcher for NASA Orange last game, threw a complete game shutout, 13 strikeouts, a dominant performance from the young man. But here we go. NASA Orange, this is the third year in a row that they've been here to the championship game. And twice they have come so close to get to the World Series. Lost on a couple of heartbreakers. A safety squeeze 2 years ago. And then a loss on the last out as well last year. So this year they are looking to turn things around and try and make the tournament, the World Series, this coming game. If you're just tuning in, hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Samuel Goldberg. You can follow me on Twitter at GoldbergPXP, just like the show The Goldbergs, if you watch that. As we are set and ready to go here in the championship game, Caleb Biddy will be the pitcher as the first pitch to Santiago Balderas, who will be in center field, is cut on and missed. We are underway here at Assurance Field here at the Youngsville Sports Complex. That wind is blowing inward, so the ball will not travel as far today. And now we're going to have a slight discussion here from the umpires. I think the mound is moving. So I think we're going to see a slight suspension in play here, as they're going to measure the mound. What a start here to the championship game, as we're going to get a mound measurement here to see if that mound is actually the correct amount of feet it needs to be from home plate. There was a slight movement in the previous game that wasn't noticed. So we will see what the distance is here, if it needs to be moved back or not. A wild scene here to start the championship game. Some early drama, as you might say. Well, while we're in this break, the count is 0-1 to the center fielder Santiago Balderas. The rest of the lineup for Palmview will be as follows. Robbie Rodriguez will be at first base, batting second. Darren Bosquez will hit third. He'll be in right field. Alexis Lopez will be the cleanup hitter at short. Javier Garza will be the pitcher for Palmview. He'll bat fifth. Luis Balderas, the very talented player for Palmview, will bat sixth and play at second. Martin Moreno will be the catcher. He'll hit seventh. Rene Rios will be at third base, hitting eighth. And Fernando Gonzalez will be in left field, batting ninth. The subs for Palmview are Devin Gonzalez, Orlando Lopez, Adiel Benavides, Romeo Bautista, and Rolando Solis. Defensively here for NASA Orange, over at first base is Jonah Straw. At second base is Jordan Forrett. Over at third base is Jacob McBride. The shortstop is Cooper Jackson. In left field is Kingston Wharton. In center field is Colton Walker, right field Luke McInnes. The pitcher is Caleb Biddy, and doing the catching behind the plate is Micah Morin. So it looks like the mound is all set, ready to go. So Biddy will have a couple of warm-up pitches to get back into the flow of things. That might as to be the reason why in the previous game there was 25 strikeouts. The mound probably wasn't in the right spot, but neither team noticed until the umpire noticed right now. So Biddy will get a couple of more warm-ups, the hard-throwing righty. There were 25 total strikeouts in the last ball game, and maybe there's a reason why, as the mound was moved a couple of feet back. So we will let Biddy take a couple of warm-up pitches here, and we will be back underway here in this championship ball game to get to the Pony World Series out in Washington, PA. The winner of this team will represent the South Zone at the World Series. So it's no balls, one strike. It looks like we are ready to resume play. The mound now in the correct spot. There were a couple of kids playing on this field yesterday, as it was unattended, as the 0-1 by Biddy is outside. It is 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1, that is hit foul in front of the NASA Orange dugout, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes to the leadoff man, Santiago Balderas, who is out in center field for Palmview. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the pitch. Bounces outside, and it's 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. That's outside. A good eye by Balderas. And it's full 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. That is hit high, but not very deep out to left field. The left fielder, Wharton, is under it for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up the first baseman, Robbie Rodriguez, who's been used all over the place so far for Palmview. We've seen him out in right field. We've seen him at first base. We've seen him at left field and over at third. Can play a couple of positions, and he also pitched in a game as well, as the first pitch to him hits him, and that will be the first base runner in this ball game on the hit by pitch to Rodriguez. So with that, that'll bring up Darren Busquez. He has been on fire this tournament. He's been a tough out, nearly hitting 500. The pitch is inside. It's 1 ball, no strikes. This Palmview team, they are not afraid to steal bases. They are really aggressive on the base paths. The 1-0 from the stretch by Biddy. The runner started to break. for second base, but held up. It is 2 balls and no strikes. Two balls, no strikes. The pitch. That's a strike. At the knees, it's 2-1. The wind now blowing outwards towards center field. The wind likes to change directions as the next pitch is cut on and fouled at the plate. And the count evens at 2-2. We have seen the wind this week fly in every single direction that a compass can handle. We've probably even seen a crosswind as well. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch is cut on and hit into short center field. Ranging over is the second baseman for it for the second out of the inning. A great play right there to range back into center field and hang on to that ball just after the slight collision in short center field. So with 2 away, that'll bring up the shortstop Alexis Lopez. Lopez has been very good as well for this Palmview club this tournament, as that pitch is a strike on the outer edge. It's no balls and 1 strike. Rodriguez gets his lead over at first. There goes Rodriguez. Turn and throw over to second now. They got Rodriguez caught in a rundown. Rodriguez trying to avoid the tag. He does so the first time, but the second time he's met with a lighter tag with the player over there at shortstop, and that will be the final out of the inning. So Palmview trying to get aggressive early, but Rodriguez is thrown out on the base paths. We go to the bottom of the first here on the U-Screen Broadcast Network, presented by BNN Productions.
Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still, hanging in the balance, not the life I want to live. I want to take it all, standing tall, fear I weighed the person you are. Oh, break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it in a sense, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
Back here at the Youngsville Sports Complex in this 0-0 ball game. Jordan Forett will lead us off here in the bottom half for NASA. Shows bunt, pulls it back, pitches a strike on the outside edge. It's no balls and 1 strike. The next pitch is fouled back. It's quickly now no balls and 2 strikes. You hear some cheering behind us. The 10U Mustang Pony World Series is taking place. A couple elimination games. As the 0-2 is on its way, and that's slapped foul down the right field line. And we'll do it again at no balls and 2 strikes. A couple elimination games happening behind us. Mexico is playing against North Carolina. And the 0-2 is on the outside edge for strike 3. That is the first out of the inning. For it caught looking for the first out as Micah Morin will stand in, the catcher. The first pitch to him is caught on and missed. It's 0-1. The 0-1 is slapped foul into the netting behind home plate. And it's quickly no balls and 2 strikes. As I apologize, folks, the scoreboard has stopped working, as I will get that quickly updated for you. That seems to happen every single game. The pitch just misses, according to the home plate umpire. Looked a little bit high. Count is now 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch is hit foul. That's going to head into the foul. That's going to head into the game over to our right. The 1-2. That's inside. That nearly gets the batter Morin. Well, it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. We'll get that scoreboard in there and updated for you here. As that pitch is hit on the ground to second. Up with it is Balderas, who will throw on to first for out number 2. So 2 are away here in the bottom half of the first inning as the scoreboard is back up and running. Yeah, no, I'm in all control of the scoreboard on top of doing the broadcast here. So it's nobody else's fault but mine for the scoreboard as that pitch is ripped out to short. Gloved on a hop throw over to first is in time for the third out. Nice play over there by Alexis Lopez at short. As both teams go 1, 2, 3 here in the first inning. We head to the second. No score in this championship ball game.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight,
Back here at the Youngsville Sports Complex here in this 0-0 ball game. We are in the second inning as the first pitch to Alexis Lopez is cut on and missed. It is no balls and one strike. The pitch by Biddy is cut on and missed. It's no balls and two strikes to Lopez. The 0-2. That's hit on the ground, foul, third base side. And we'll do it again, no balls and two strikes. The 0-2. That's tapped foul behind home plate, and we'll do it again. And no balls and two strikes. The pitch hits Lopez. And for the second time, a batter has been hit on the side of Palmview with two strikes on them. So a runner on first. And that'll bring up the pitcher, Javier Garza. Lopez lead off first. From the stretch, the first pitch to Garza is up and in. Garza has to do a little limbo to get out of the way. It is at 1-0. One ball, no strikes. Throw over to first, Lopez back in with the dive. Biddy a look over at first. Glove about belt high. From the stretch, the 1-0 is bunted foul. The count evens up at one apiece. One ball, one strike. Long set, the pitch. Dead ball, says the home plate umpire, as that pitch hits Garza. And that'll put runners now on first and second with nobody out. So back-to-back hit by pitches. That'll put runners on first and second. And that'll bring up the talented Luis Balderas. Balderas can do it all. He has played every single position so far for this Palmview team. I don't think he's caught, though. I think it's the only position that he has not done yet so far. He's pitched. He's been all over the field. He's got a tremendous bat and speed. The first pitch to him. Outside edge for a strike. It is 0-1. No balls, one strike. Runners will take their respective leads on first and second. Before the pitch, Biddy will turn and look the runner back to second. This Palmview is a disciplined but aggressive ball club. The pitch is hit high out to left center field, but a good jump right there by the center fielder, Walker, who made the catch. Throw into third is not in time. Runner still over at first. So runners at the corners with one away. That'll bring up Martin Moreno. It's a very good catch out there in center by Colton Walker. Got a good jump on that one to track that into the glove. And as I said, this Palmview club, aggressive but disciplined. You know the strike zone really well. They get caught looking very few. Turn and throw to third is in time. And just like that, this inning has just been turned upside down. There are now 2 outs and a runner on first. So now Biddy is just 1 out away from getting out of this jam. He will step off as the third base coach is still yelling. Not too pleased by his player getting thrown out at third. The first pitch to Moreno is downstairs. That is to the backstop. The runner will get to second base. It is 1 ball, no strikes. It's a pinch runner over there at second as Garza was hit by the pitch. The 1-0. That's in there for a strike. Count is even at 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. Long look over at second from the stretch. Biddy delivers. That is hit on the ground too short. Up with it is the shortstop who will throw on to first. And that will do it here for the top of the second inning. So Palmview had runners on first and second with nobody out. And then now they are walking out of this inning with no runs after a couple of base running mistakes. We will go to the bottom of the second inning here on the U-Screen Broadcast Network, presented by B&N Productions. Back here at the Youngsville Sports Complex. as NASA went 1-2-3 in their half of the inning. They will look to try and take control here, as it is 1 ball, 1 strike. To the cleanup man, Jonah Strohr, as that pitch is hit high to left field. It is a 1-hopper to the wall. Strohr will take a long turn around first, and it'll just be a long single for Jonah Strohr, as that ball was hit a mile high. I'm surprised that ball didn't go where the wind is blowing out. So we'll see a pinch runner now come on. I believe that's Graydon Barr over there at first base. So a long single for Strohr. And then it'll bring up Luke McInnes, who is in right field. And now the coach is coming out for Palmview before the first pitch. And again, this is all speculation. I don't know quite what that conversation is about. Now the umpire will call over the manager for NASA. As we might see Strohr go back over and run at first base. Or maybe the use of the bat, as I see a bat coming out of the dugout. Yeah, they are. The Palmview is doing a bat check. They initiated a bat check on NASA Orange. They didn't like what they saw from one of the bats. But it's a tale as old as time. We've seen this a couple times in the MLB, where a couple of bats were checked in later on. Something happens to that player that gets the bat check. So that's something to keep an eye on as this ball game progresses. So again, Luke McInnes will be the batter after the bat check. And now we're going to get a tournament director to look at this bat. I don't know if this is a tactic with the runner on first to try and calm their pitcher down a little bit. Well, there is a director now down there, as you see the bottom right corner of your screen to the left of the blue tent. There is where that discussion is taking place now. As I believe we're gonna, I don't know what else we're gonna get here. A couple of crazy delays so far. The mound not being in the right spot in the first inning, and now this inning, we're doing a bat check on the bat that the batter Luke McInnes is using. This was initiated by the Palmview manager. So that is what this delay is here. As we are going to step aside here as we will wait and see what is happening. So we're going to step aside, and when we come back, I'll have a full explanation for you. Oh, no, I think we're actually going to stay here. So whatever that was, the bat is not legal, I guess. I'll try and get a full explanation for you here as we are set underway again, as the first pitch to McGinnis is called strike. It is no balls in one strike. Throw over. And back in safely is Stor. Garza ready. The 0-1 is check swing. Did he go? No, says the first base umpire, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 is hit foul. That will go into the field of play. And our field to our right, and it is now 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2. That's outside. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. As the next pitch is fouled. We'll do it again at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The next pitch is also foul. So McGinnis really getting a good look at that fastball there from Garza. He's fouled off a couple of pitches here in a row. We'll do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runner over at first. In this 0-0 ball game, we're in the bottom of the second. Couple of delays here in this game. The pitch is inside. That gets McGinnis on the foot, and now there are runners on first and second with nobody out. That is the third hit batter of this ball game so far. As the pitcher Caleb Biddy will stand in. As I know, yeah, you can see it on your screen on the left side. A tiny dust tornado has formed as the throw over to second is not in time. Can kind of see it out in left field, just beyond the wall. I only point that out because I'm from the north and I don't really see those a whole lot. It's just something that caught my eye as a throw over to first is not in time. So that's just something new to me, as now 2 of them have formed back there. The pitch, Biddy shows bunt, pulls it back, as that was inside. It is 1 ball, no strikes. Runners at first and second in the bottom of the second. The pitch, Biddy shows bunt, takes a strike on the outside edge. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike. The pitch from Garza is a bunt that's hit foul. Biddy not too happy with himself about that bunt attempt. It's now 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 inside. Biddy not too happy where that pitch location was. It's 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. The pitch is low. It is now 3 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out here in the bottom of the second in this 0-0 ball game. The winner of this game goes to the Pony World Series and will represent the South Zone. The payoff pitch. That is called strike 3. That will be the first out of the inning. So 1 out as the pitcher, Caleb Biddy's retired. That'll bring up the shortstop, Cooper Jackson. The first pitch to him. Inside, it actually hits Jackson. And now the bases are loaded with 1 away. Second hit batter of the inning for NASA. That'll bring up Jacob McBride, who will be over at third base. Bases are loaded. A golden opportunity to get on the board here for NASA Orange. In the first pitch to McBride is high. It's 1-0. And now the Palmview manager again comes out of the dugout. But just for a brief moment in time here, as the 1-0 to McBride is inside and low. It is 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. The pitch. Inside corner for a strike. It is 2-1. McBride showing bunt there and pulled it back. The lefty Garza deals. That ball is hit high and foul. Oh, that almost got the director to our right in there under the blue tent. The count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes, the pitch. That's low. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes. A walk here wouldn't be the total end of the world, as it would just be 1 run. The payoff pitch. That's ball 4, and NASA Orange will start this ball game out with the lead. It is 1-0. So a RBI walk by McBride. We'll see the 9-hitter Kingston Wharton come up. Not before we have a mound meeting to just calm Garza down. Actually, we will see a new pitcher here for Palmview. So with the new pitcher, we will step aside. I'll tell you more about the new pitcher when we come back here on the U-Screen Broadcast Network, presented by BNN Productions. Back here at the Youngsville Sports Complex here in this 1-0 ball game. Bases loaded here with just one out. The 9-hitter Kingston Wharton will face the new pitcher Alexis Lopez. We'll figure out defensive substitutions here shortly. Bases are loaded. One out as that ball is hit to first. The throw home is offline and he is safe. So the pitcher Javier Garza was over there at first base, attempted to throw home. It is not in time as it takes the catcher Moreno off the base. So that'll go down as a E3. And we'll go to the top of the lineup with Jordan Farrett. So 2-0 is your score now. The first pitch to Farrett is really inside. That backs Farrett off the plate. It's 1-0. That pitch is ripped down the left field line, foul. The count will even up at 1 apiece. So the count will even up at 1 ball, 1 strike here in this championship ball game. The 1-1. That's outside, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. The 2-1. That is foul. And the count will even up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bottom of the second here, 2 already home for Nassau Orange. The Ducks are on the pond as the 2-2 is on its way and it's fouled back. Good hands over there by the third base coach for Nassau Orange to collect that on a hop. So we will do it again. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch from Lopez is inside. It gets the batter Farrett. And that will be another run. 3-0 Nassau Orange. As I hear some sirens in the background, just want to make sure it's not here at the complex. Nothing to be alarmed about here. So another hit batter, and there's a ground ball to third. Over to home for 1. The throw to first is in time. And that is how the inning ends. So an inning ending 5-3 or 5-2-3 double play is how the inning will end. We head to the third inning here on the U-Screen Broadcast Network, presented by B&N Productions. Back here at the Youngsville Sports Complex in this 3-0 ball game in favor of NASA Orange. Due up here for Palmview, it's Rene Rios who will stand in as that pitch is called a strike. It is no balls and 1 strikes. The next pitch is down low. It is 1-1. Biddy so far has been gritty in his start as that pitch is bounced off onto third on 1 hop. Throw over to first is in time for the first out. Great play over there by McBride, and there is 1 away. That'll bring up Fernando Gonzalez, who's out in left field. And then we'll turn things over to the top of the lineup. The first pitch is outside for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0. That's a strike. The count evens up at 1-1. A lot of these players like to stand really close to the white line as the 1-1 is on his way outside. It's 2-1, and sometimes when they think a pitch is going to hit them, they'll lean out of the way, but they're so far inside, and it's tough to get your hands in and hit the inside pitch. The 2-1. Check swing, no swing, says the first base umpire. And it'll be 3 balls and 1 strike. The 3-1. Swing and a miss. An awkward-looking swing there by Gonzalez. It was kind of a late-looking swing. It's now full, 3 balls, 2 strikes from the windup, but before that, Biddy will step off. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Biddy gets the sign, the windup, the payoff pitch. Outside for ball 4, and with 1 out, Palmview will get a base runner. So to the top of the lineup we go. Santiago Balderas, who flew out to left in his first at-bat. We'll look to continue this rally here for Palmview. The first pitch is a bunt attempt that is pulled back as the pitch is high. It is 1-0. One ball, no strikes. Gonzalez takes the lead off first. The pitch is a bunt attempt that is pulled back but called strike nonetheless. It is 1 ball and 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike. Biddy arm dangling, glove about belt high. From the stretch, the 1-1. There goes the runner Gonzalez. Throw over to second base is in time. The catcher, Micah Morin, is hype. A absolute seed down to second base for the second out of the inning. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. The pitch. That's in there for a strike, and now we have a deuces wild situation. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the third inning. The 2-2. Cut on a miss, strike 3. The tag, and Balderas is out. So Biddy does a nice job getting out of some danger. We go to the bottom half of the third. NASA Orange leads 3-0 here on the U-Screen Broadcast Network, presented by BNN Productions, bringing the game live to you. Back here at the Youngsville Sports Complex, as Colton Walker will be the batter. 9 men coming to the plate for NASA in their half. The first pitch to Walker plunks him. He throws the bat. He's not too happy about being plunked right there. That is the third hit batter. Hope nothing serious comes of that. But Walker threw his bat angrily. I don't think there was any intentions there by Lopez. That one looked like it just got away. So a runner will be on first once Walker is all set, ready to go. Excuse me, that is the 4th batter that has been hit on NASA's squad. So 3-0 is your score. A runner over at first, that's Walker. I think Lopez just made a apology gesture over to Walker at first base. So from the stretch, the pitch is in there for a strike. The throw down to second is not in time. Valderas looks a little confused on how that wasn't out. That was a very good throw by the catcher, Martin Moreno. That was on line. So a runner now at second. That pitch is inside and high. It is 2-0. Nope, just kidding. It's 1-1. The pitch. Slapped foul. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. It's a little hard to see the scoreboard out in right field. With the sun beating down on the scoreboard, so it's tough to see balls and strikes. There is like a slight metal fence in front of the umpire as well. Is the 1-2 is Weekly hit to third. The runner will get over to third. A big turnover there. Throw now goes over to third, and it sails over to third baseman head as Nassau Orange will take a 4-0 lead on the mishap over there at first base. The throw by Garza just sailed a little bit. And it's now 4-0 Nassau Orange. So after all that, there is one away after the 5-3 ground out by Strohr. That'll bring up Luke McGinnis with the bases empty and one away. The first pitch is in there for a strike. It is 0-1. The 0-1 quickly is cut on and missed. It is no balls and 2 strikes to the right fielder McGinnis. The pitch. That bounces. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. Outside. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Inside. McGinnis not too happy with himself, just thinking he should have just let that hit him. As it's full, the payoff pitch. Hit on the ground to short. Up with it is the newly entered shortstop, who will throw it over to first for the second out of the inning. I got a number now. That's Adiel Benavidez, who is over there. It's tough to see the jersey numbers from where we are, but we now know who is in at shortstop. So Garza is over at first base. Alexis Lopez is the pitcher. Robbie Rodriguez is now out of the game. Or no. Yeah, somebody new is now at first base after that throwing error. Lots happening when the defense for Palmview, as that pitch misses. It is 2 balls and no strikes. Oh, no, just kidding. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Oh, man. And tough to see that scoreboard. The 1-2. That is fouled back by Biddy. That pitch is outside. And now we have ourselves a deuces wild situation. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here in the top half of the third, as that pitch is outside, or excuse me, bottom of the third. That pitch was outside, and now it's a full count. The payoff pitch from Lopez. That misses down low. And it's a 2-out base runner here for Nassau Orange. So we have a new player on defense over at first base. Biddy just walked. He will be pinch run for. Can't tell the number of the pinch runner at the moment. That'll bring up Cooper Jackson, the shortstop, with 2 outs. That pitch is a ball. It's 1-0. The pitch, that's a strike. It's 1-1. Good job here so far by our home plate umpire as the 1-1 is on the way, and that is hit high and deep out to left field. The left fielder is ranging over to his right and will make the catch. That ball kept carrying, but a good job by the left field Fernando Gonzalez to stick with that. And we will go to the 4th inning here of a 4-0 ball game. Nassau Orange leads this one here on the U-Screen Broadcast Network, presented by B&N Productions, bringing the live events to your screen for your enjoyment.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on